Hey, hi, hello. Apologize for the longer than usual start screen. Good evening. Welcome to the middle of the week. Hope it has been treating you well. For me, I've had a pretty calm one. I guess compared to last week where I had big errands, this week has been relatively fewer errands in general, so I think I kind of appreciate it, right? Sometimes you want to have a mix-up, right? Like, same thing happening again and again can get stale after a while. I know some people might be cool with that, and that's like totally cool, but sometimes I like the very rare moment where, you know, something happens, so I get up and get stuff done. Progress, right? It feels satisfying. Anyways, just like how we're in the middle of this week. We are in the middle of the primetime season of the World Series Racing in Grid 2 here. Yeah, so not much more to say except let's get in there and continue hammering out this season, shall we? We got 5 champion, or I think it's actually, yeah, five championships, and hopefully we won't see any more invitationals or things like that. Ooh. Felt like they were blitzing them with us with them last week. Like every event we completed seemed to be like 3 more. It was like, oh yeah, here are the cards you did not pick, and we're gonna give you one last chance to get them. So go get them or something. Oh boy, got something in my eye. Give me a moment here. Yeah, even with glasses, you get just a moment where something just like flies in, just like, how did you do that? You just evaded the big lens in front of my eye. It's like juked around it and landed in my eye. What are the odds of that happening? Ugh. Okay, anyways. Machine here has the highest, I think it's the aerial that has the highest acceleration. I go with that one. Least amount of power and weight, so that means it'll get knocked around, but I imagine most of these track toys will be.
Is a drifter's paradise. Get the car
we're gonna be drifting in the track toys. I've done that before. Maybe we'll just do some really delicate cornering this time around. The audio is a bit louder last week. I was testing different audio levels. I think it might have been detrimental to the stream because kind of sort of drowned out my voice, so turned it down. Hopefully it won't come out as loudly tonight. Kind of sort of impacted the shorts I could pick from, because I didn't want to pick the ones where you had like the game audio playing over it a lot, because it would have the strain to hear my voice, which kind of sort of doesn't feel great. Ever since I assigned like place stream marker as like a button on my deck, stream deck, I've been making a liberal use of it. Like most of the time, my streams will usually end up with like 20 to 50 markers, and I only end up using like a handful of them. One of these days, I want to try to start maybe doing like recap videos, or at least best hits videos, like maybe put together a short compilation of some best moments from various playthroughs. Maybe I'll start that soon. I said before I wanted to do like a quick clip of the Overstrike reference in Sunset Overdrive. I haven't done yet. Maybe I'll do that this weekend. And again, I think maintenance people are doing some important stuff this week around my floor too, so I don't know. I have to prep for that as well. Ah, man. It's funny. I mentioned before, a little spontaneity is nice, but depends on what I have going on. Like, if it's something I can... Okay, this is gonna sound weird, but If it's something I've properly prepared for, then I'm usually less, like, annoyed by it, right? It's usually when some spontaneous event, like, disrupts what I had planned to do earlier that kind of really throws me. I'm sure most people have had something like that, where they were planning on doing something that day, but then something else came up, and had to completely toss those plans. Probably annoyed the heck out of you. At least I know it would for me. And again, there are some other events where such interruptions might be understandable, like say if a loved one gets hospitalized, or you get injured, or your car breaks down all of a sudden, or something like that. Yeah, still annoying, but at the very least, it's much more understandable. Anyways, was that like the lantern kind of thing they do in the pan? Oh my god. That person just blew past me. I think I am on at least the second easiest difficulty. Yeah, this guy's been giving me a run for my money. But Koto is really... Ah, jeez. Guess riding the wall really doesn't do it. Initial D, this ain't. Then again, that was in a rain gutter, so that might be why. Oh, fuck. I am out of rewinds as well. Yeah, why can't this be like... Can't this be like... I don't think Grid 1 had unlimited rewinds either.
Night races throw up a unique challenge, but you've coped here well before. Good luck, pal.
Huh. A reference to my previous performance that wasn't like, hey, you gotta step it up. Kinda shocked. Also, thanks, Radio Man. You're a good one. At this stage in the game, I kinda need every word of encouragement, right? So on a completely unrelated note, I actually kind of messed up my dinner plans tonight. I think my plan was to, like, just prepare some quick food and eat it, just like, because I had like some frozen food that I could just, stick in the air fryer, get it cooked real quick, just get my meal out of the way before I started the stream tonight. But I guess muscle memory happened, and I prepared myself the leftover spaghetti. It was like the final serving, and thankfully I was able to eat it fairly quickly. But I was planning on saving it because I had like no Parmesan cheese left. I used it all yesterday. I was eating the second to last portion of spaghetti. I was gonna either go out to the store like this afternoon or like tomorrow afternoon to get another canister of it. Like, I know in the US Parmesan cheese is like not 100% Parmesan cheese. It's like a good portion of that is cellulose, but dang it, I need my crumbly cheese topping for my spaghetti. Well, not need. I ate the final serving without it just fine, because, the sauce and the meatballs were still nicely seasoned with garlic and onion and what have you, so... I guess on the bright side, I don't have like an open can of Parmesan that I'm not going to be using for the next few months until I feel like having spaghetti again on a whim. It works. Yeah, I learned how to make... Or, I didn't... Well, yeah, I guess I could say I learned. surprisingly not as hard as I thought it would be. It really is just one of those recipes where, you know, you get all your ingredients, you kind of mix them all together. I guess the hard part would be rolling them out into balls and making sure they stay that way. I don't think mine did. They kind of sort of... I think gravity kind of went to work on them. Or I didn't have enough breading and eggs. So I had to make a mental note of that. I should probably get like a food processor, because the recipe I was using called for breadcrumbs, and the way I made them was just like toast the bread a little bit and then kind of pull them apart. So I guess it was like less breadcrumbs and more like bread chunks. It wasn't awful, but could definitely see like the noticeable bread chunks in the meatballs. It's a good thing they were for personal use and I wasn't like making them for anyone, because that would be rather embarrassing otherwise. Look how this race was like so much easier. Holy cow. I don't think the other guy rocketed ahead of me all of a sudden even once. Man. I'll take it though. 4 minutes. So yeah, this is gonna be a one and done tournament, right? I just gotta make sure I win each one. "45 races, 45 podiums. Got a 100% record so far. Yeah, I rule. I rule so much. Alright, time to rock you like I did the other fella. Ji Huang. I think that's how you pronounce that. You know, a game I've been playing a lot of recently, Naraka Blade Point. It's like Battle Royale, but instead of like guns and stuff like 99% of the other Battle Royales, the focus here is on Wuxia-style melee combat. It's actually kind of neat. The game went free to play like about 2-3 weeks ago, and I got back into it. I remember when they were selling it as like a retail product, like I want to say actually 2020. I think I played like one match of it then and did not get back to it for one reason or another, but kind of probably should have been putting some work into it, because yeah, game's all right. I kind of like the different focus. It's not like just shooting people. Almost feels like a simplified version of Devil May Cry in a way that still has some intricacies to it when you learn about the way horizontal and vertical normal attacks and charge attack works, and sort of timing of the counters and dodging and how they all interact together. I guess I just like the costume designs there too. They look like pretty cool. Man, some of them are real cute too. Ah, man. I feel like some of them might be the kind of stuff I might get me back into cosplaying one of them. I think there's at least one outfit that I would totally do a cosplay of. Yeah, that's right. Get blocked, son. I guess it helps that they're doing like the anniversary event right now. That's been fairly generous in giving out free stuff. Got some good cosmetics from it. I think they're about to release a new character like fairly soon too. I got like hero tokens that's saved up for them. I can't wait to give them a go and see how they operate before I pick them up. For real. For real. Definitely does that thing that's like Genshin Impact does, where like a good amount of the game has you going to external links on external websites that are hosted by them, and you do like mini games and stuff for in-game items. Like they recently had an event where they were doing like a roguelite style card game, which was fairly interesting, although mostly straightforward. I don't know, I like cards. I kind of played my way through the entire thing to get all the in-game rewards for that. And then the newest one they had was like an adventure style game, which was actually pretty straightforward. It also came with some in-game rewards, so I did that. And yeah, part of me hopes that maybe if I get like enough more of those treasures, I can try to pull for like a costume that I really had my eyes on.
Yeah, that was a pretty mind-blowing performance.
Of course, it's all up to chance, such is the case with loot boxes usually. So apart from the rack-up Blade Point, I also got back into Remnant 1, that is. I've been playing that in anticipation for to... Like, I won't get that right away. I'll probably get it when it's, like, on sale or something. Yeah, I'm not sure why... Oh wait, no, I think I already mentioned, but... Mentioned this previously. Last I played Remnant 2, like, back in 2020. I think I was on a potato PC, so... you know, it was fine, but loading took forever, and of course I had to run graphics at like the absolute minimal settings, so I think I kind of stopped playing it so that I could wait for beefier PC, and now that I have one, it's pretty fun. I think actually did some co-op sessions with my brother and my one of my friends, because both of them actually beat the game like some time ago, so they were kind of just helping me through it, and now they got me tweaked. I've been doing a bunch of stuff myself, and I'm doing okay at it. Especially since I got some mods and stuff that kind of helps me offset the fact that I'm playing by myself. Like I got ones that let me summon like wasteland skulls that are pretty much aerial turrets, or like the drone weapons in Ratchet and Clank. Kind of float around and shoot bullets at people and make them die. And I also have a very good boy, very dog-like companion who runs around and just slays everything in sight. It's kind of nuts how they just kind of hunt down the entire map and just kill everything in their path. It's like I don't even need to do much. It's just mostly mop up anyone that they missed and is running towards me. Usually they're enough to kind of clear out a combat arena by themselves, with maybe a recast or two. So I've been speccing towards that. Of course, it's playthrough 1, so it's probably the big reason why that works. I can imagine higher difficulties when they ratchet up that damage. Maybe a summoning strategy will become less effective. That's the thing with like things like New Game Plus, is that usually the difficulty increases make it such that like certain builds become less effective, right? The game becomes like more about bursting down an enemy as fast as humanly possible, because if you don't, then their super big damage will make quick work of you. So things like maybe builds focused on defense or countering or summons might not be as effective at higher New Game Plus levels, because the damage and health are greatly outpace what you can do with those particular builds, and it becomes all about the burst damage, baby. It's all about the one-shots. Just think about that song, like it's all about the Pentiums, but only with one-shots. Wow, surprised at that. So the initial spin out, I wasn't able to like do the rewind, but then after I kind of stopped, it let me do it and actually carried me through. So, gotta be some sort of programming quirk. Like if I try to hit rewind at that spot, the physics engine just goes nuts. and crashes the game or something like that. Ah, programming quirks, am I right? You love to hate them. It's like the kind of thing where you think a solution to it would be easy to implement, but because of the way things are, it's not. It really, really isn't. And sometimes the things you have to do just puts you at such a disadvantageous spot, you're better off not doing it. Like, everyone remember PSN names? Yeah, like for the longest time you couldn't change your name. And people were clamoring for that for like the longest time. Like I remember from PS3 to PS4. Right, especially since Microsoft, I think even Nintendo lets you change your names with like minimal issues. And then eventually Sony did add the ability to change your name, but there are like so many caveats to it that you're probably better off just like keeping the name. I forget what it was, but like you change your name and like, you know, it functions fine on the PS4, but completely breaks everything when you try to bring it back to the PS3 stuff, which, ugh, man. Just really, it's like so much stuff breaks, you're just better off leaving your name as is because yeah. Forget, they even explained why implementing a name change was difficult. It's because like wherever they saved the name at, it was like at such a level that you couldn't just easily change it like you could on the Microsoft side.
We've got sponsor objectives to complete. Doing these will gain us more fans, so make sure you take advantage.
I'd assume that's just like completing races, certain positions here. Alright, 4 more, and this is just a race-ass race. On all the official tracks, too. We're going to Indianapolis, and then the Red Bull Ring, and then Yas Marina. Yas Slay. I think I remember saying this was America colors, but now I can't help but think. This is like... the livery kind of resembles the UK flag. Alright. Anyways, I'm gonna pick whichever vehicle here has the highest acceleration, which is actually the Skyline GTR. I think that's the one I've driven the most, right? Explain why I've driven it the most. 461-foot drift. I'm sure people who know actually know how to drift probably have that, like the quadruple digits. Win streak 46. Thanks to my powers of time travel, I have not lost a WSR race. And I don't plan on starting now. Round 1, 3 laps.
You're gonna have to fight your way through the pack from here.
Harrison Carter still wants a taste of that pole position. Still gonna be left eating my dust.
Good, keep it up.
Yeah, let's pretend that didn't happen. Let's just pretend I'm like a really badass driver. Wow, front of the pack. What is this? 3 laps? Indianapolis, the greatest race course in the world. I don't know about that. Definitely a more involved race course than what you usually see in like race tracks in the US, but man. after like the last 2 weeks or so, I mentioned about like being relatively sneeze-free.
Let's have more like that one, okay?
For some reason, sneezes came back with a vengeance this week. Things like whenever I blow my nose or like inhale the wrong way,
Second place is only 5 seconds behind you. Keep it
my
smooth.
nose just gets like super irritated and I end up in a big sneezing fit. Really sucks. When it comes to sneezing for me, I like rarely, if ever, sneeze once. My sneezes tend to come in like groups of 3 to 10. Kinda sucks. Especially the way I sneeze at the moment causes me to kind of become a little lightheaded. Like, takes my
Going off
breath
track
away.
has lost you time. Work on making it up.
Sadly, not in the good way either. Who sings that song anyway? Take my breath away. I think I heard that song a lot back when I was a kid. It would just be like on the radio. And since I drove a lot, I was driven to places a lot.
Had a clean
Oh,
race
when I
so
was a
far.
kid.
Keep it there.
Radio station my parents would be on would have music like that. It's like a very 90s tune, right? You listen to it and the instrumentation just kind of hits you with that 90s feel.
You just set the fastest lap.
At least I believe it's 90s. Also, fastest lap, even after I kind of drove off track rather drastically there. Man, that rolling start really made up for it, huh?
You're in first with a 10-second lead. Let's keep it that way.
You know what else is crazy? Still playing Forza Horizon 5. Admittedly, it's a much diminished capacity than at the start of the game, of course, since I've done much of what the game has to offer. And you know, the stuff they add in monthly updates, it's stuff, but the kind of stuff you can get done like pretty quickly, right? It's the kind of thing you dedicate like an hour or two to it and usually get your way through it. Like I think last month they had that Donut Media stuff. It was kind of crazy, Donut Media returning after their first crossover. Pretty wild. And then this month is about... It's a combination of summer fun and sort of a race rivals story.
You're in a healthy position right now. Keep giving it your all, and you can take this.
What's absolutely crazy was that I kind of left the Donut Media stories to the last minute. Oh, sorry, I was trying to get a sneeze out.
There are a few corners that can
my
catch
bad.
you off guard.
Thought I
Time
was
to
muted there.
focus.
Okay.
Let the front of the pack fight it out on the first corner today, and then take the opportunity.
Just slip through the mess, yeah. That's usually how online multiplayer works, right? Oh, dang, what was I talking about before this? Oh, right, yeah, I left the Donut Media stuff to the last minute, so I was, like, scrambling to complete the stories, because if you do the stories and get all the stars during the season, you get, like, an extra copy of the car. So I got, like, one side of the story done. I was feeling pretty good about it. I was, like, right up to the last moment. Like, right up to rollover for the other story. Like, I was on the very last part of it, and it was just like, get 3 stars, or you weren't gonna get it ever. And actually, kind of went a minute over, but I looked afterwards, and I saw they still credited me with completion of the story. So I guess
Good. Small push to first.
I can be thankful that that they do that for you. That even if you, as long as you don't like. Even if you, like, maybe take a minute or two after rollover to complete an objective, if you kind of don't start it after the rollover, then you're good. It's rad, let me tell you. So now I have 2 Donut Media cars, which I don't know what to do with, actually. Like, it was a check mark that I wanted to fill out for a time-limited item. Like, I'm sure some people would understand that, right? FOMO and all that stuff.
Okay, first lap. Let's have more like that one, okay?
I'll probably just like stick it on an auction house and see how much I can get for it. Even though I have absolutely no need for credits, because what will I spend them on? Probably just auction house cars to fill out my collection.
You lost time going off track. Get it back.
Because upgrade parts, it's just like a formality. Like, I got like tens of millions of credits, and most of the time, the most I see an upgrade's cost is usually like 100,000, so there's no way that's gonna completely drain my funds. And I got all the fast travel boards, so fast travel is free, so that's like all well and good as well. Just don't know. I could just let it grow, I guess. Just hoard it like a dragon horde.
You just drove the fastest lap of the race.
It's like the same thing with wheel spins. I've stopped doing them because I think I've got like everything meaningful I can from those. Like more credits or clothing items or cars that I'll just give away. It's just all busy work to me now. It was kind of like that for me when I played Forza Horizon 3 as well. I just stopped doing wheel spins after a while. I think the amount I have there is like in the triple digits. I feel like Forza Horizon 4 is supposed to hit end of service soon, right?
Okay, pal, you're way out in the lead. Just keep it focused. And
Let's
you'll
see,
take
it came
this
out in
race.
like... Actually, it came out in 2017, if I remember correctly. And... Okay, so it's been running longer than I usually expected, right? Like, most Forza games prior to 4, I think... Horizon 4... I think have had a run time of usually like 4 years, and this one's going on 6 now. I guess they'll keep it as long as Forza Horizon 6 doesn't come out. I have to assume once that comes out, 4 will probably hit end of life pretty quickly.
You're first in the event standings. Keep it up.
Nice thing about Forza games is that usually if they're about to be delisted soon, they go on like a super deep discount. Like, you'll be able to get them for like $5, and like everything plus the DLC might be like 10, 20.
Keep him in your rear view.
Because hey, might as well get every last bit you can before you can't anymore, right? And my hope is that in addition to the Xbox sale, that it will go on like super sale on Steam as well. Maybe I'll get Forza Horizon 4 there. Maybe we can just do like a playthrough there. Won't be much, right? Because, you know, I play one Forza Horizon game, you've probably seen a lot of what it has to offer, but can definitely get a feel for what it has going. Does make me curious on how they'll do the season stuff. I imagine that kind of stuff was like handled server side, but once that thing goes offline, they're gonna have to find some way to rotate seasons without, you know, being able to contact the server or anything like that. Maybe it'll be like one of those things where it goes into super maintenance mode, right? I think Horizon 1 and Forza 2 were still playable online even after they've long been delisted. It wasn't until many, many years later that they finally shut down online services, which... Yeah, I imagine the amount of people who are still playing that, you could probably count on, like, 2 hands, but still. Always a shame when certain parts of a game were no longer operable. Something capitalism. That was a rather convenient hit. Didn't spin me out, just turned me in the right direction. Appreciate that.
This lap to go.
Ah, good. 2-lap track, which makes sense since it seems like a lap is minute 50. This is a long ass track. Like, I still remember when I first got Forza Horizon. I think I only got it because the premium edition was selling on a super discount. I kind of just threw that into the 360 and I remember just digging the heck out of it. Right, I had been hesitant to play games like Gran Turismo and Forza Motorsport because they were a bit too simmy for my tastes, and Horizon kind of felt like the compromise between sim and arcade. Right, you still had to care about things like braking and you know, driving lines and what have you, but felt like handling and stuff was kind of eased and you had a bunch of assists too. So it made that kind of stuff more manageable. Of course, that's all moot now because I played Motorsport, just played through the entire thing, and, you know, it's just beat the main game. I could go back and complete it. I still haven't completed it. I don't know if I will ever complete it because, you know, it's just more racing, so I don't know. But I've mentioned it before, but I will play that new Forza Motorsport, only because I got Game Pass, so I'll be able to play it day one anyway. There we go. It's another tournament out of the way. 3 more to go, and we'll have this season wrapped up. Which will be 11 races, actually, because the final event of this season is 5. Very conclusive, that. Meanwhile, our fans number keeps skyrocketing, like 12, almost 13 million. Jeez Louise.
All right, as long as you still have improvements to make, then we aren't ready. The series final is going to be a global event seen by millions. Even I'm feeling the pressure, and I'm not behind the wheel. So get prepared and let's go.
Don't you worry. I will try to stay on top of everything. Checkpoint race. Going to Chicago, Côte d'Azur, and Hong Kong. Wow. Got the complete range of cars to pick from here. Ooh, boy. Which one should I pick? Actually go with Ford here. Again, high acceleration. Will probably come in handy.
Chicago is a grid-based city, so watch out for 90-degree bends.
As most cities usually are, at least in the US.
Time's been added.
Man, it's a high amount of time
It's
here.
giving you more time. on time. Keep it up.
It'll be a pretty long race, all things considered. Oh man, the next two people are way ahead of me. Hopefully I'll be able to catch up to them in the next minute. I think I'm kind of doing it. I think I'm catching up to them. Still got a long time to kind of completely get ahead of them, but yeah, I think I'll be alright. After that, I just have to assert dominance.
That time added on will help.
As it usually does, Radio Man. Jeez, man. And I thought it was like close to Lucian here for a moment, but still keeping ahead of me. Ah, there we go. Wow, 13 seconds. Ah, I got to taste first place for a moment. Now I'll get to taste it a lot. Gotta stay ahead for the next while or so. I imagine this race will probably reach 3 minutes, might reach 4. Ooh, felt like I almost spun out there. I think I was reading up on just like sales statistics for Remnant 2. I think everyone was like somewhat shocked that it managed to sell like a million copies. At least that's what they said in 4 days. I guess it helps that, you know, sort of Dark Souls style of gameplay, but with guns is not something you see too often, and not to mention the style of it is rather unique too. It's like post-apocalypse plus world traveling. Gives it a different flavor than what you would normally see in games of this sort. Honestly, the weapons kind of remind me of Ratchet and Clank with the variety and the stuff, kind of things you can do with them. Oh wow, I think the other cars have largely stopped. Yeah. I mean, I'm way ahead of them, so I'm definitely gonna get first place here. Let's see how far we can keep going.
Five seconds left.
At least Radio Man only says like 10 seconds left and 5 seconds left once. One more. Definitely not going to make the next checkpoint, but we can at least squeeze out a few more feet. Just to kind of rub it in even harder, right? It's not enough that I win, it's that everyone else must lose spectacularly. Nah, I kid.
Alright, you're the man to beat. First on the leaderboard right now.
I took that important first round. I've been playing a lot of Street Fighter 6 also. Still playing a lot of Street Fighter 6. And I like to turn the commentary on sometimes. And that's like one of the things they like to say a lot. It's like, oh, this player took the very important first round. which can track, right? Because the best of 3 match.
The uneven
That
rock
puts
faces
you
that line the track
1 round away
through
from winning the
give more
whole
wide
set.
berth.
And might, like, psych out your opponent, too. So it works multiple ways.
You're racing against the clock out there. Give it your best.
Oh, isn't Côte d'Azur, like, point-to-point? Or maybe it normally is, but they probably, like, just created a circuit configuration for this version. Or maybe the time limit is such that you're not going to be able to reach the end of the track normally. That's probably the more likely case. What was it? Chicago started me with a minute 10. Côte d'Azur starts me with like 40, so probably don't want me reaching the end, because at that point it's like, well, we don't have a, you know, that's all we rendered for this environment. What else are we gonna do? Shrug. Man, getting to the front was like rather easy in the first race, but this one it's proven to be a bit trickier. Then again, this seems like this and the Japan track seem to be my banes. I think it's specifically because of the mountain roads, because I can't do any wall riding shenanigans, even if I'm not supposed to do that. I do it anyway.
Seconds left.
Guess I should be lucky these other folks have stopped. Oh, look at that. Just right before the checkpoint, too. Oh, man, what a shame. Ah, if only you'd gotten there and gotten that little bit of extra time to get that bit of extra distance. Which is what I did. So, haha, eat it. Well, that about like way more quickly.
Well done. You're leading the event.
Yes, I am. Wow, I actually managed to beat my friend in distance by like 90 feet, or 80 feet, approximately. "49 vehicles owned." That's a lot of cars. Then again, it's nothing compared to my Forza Horizon 5 garage.
Keep your concentration.
I've actually hit the car limit there. Every now and then I'll get the message like, "We tried to add one of our cars to your garage, but you're full up. Get rid of some of them, would you?"
Course from the last couple of events here. Use that today.
One of these days I need to get in there and just like pitch every duplicate car I have. Or at the very least, give it away. Kick it down the road for someone else to do as they will, whether it be selling it or just deleting it forever.
Okay, checkpoint reached.
It's kind of crazy. I think Forza has like... I think Forza Horizon 5 is approaching like 700 some unique cars. I want to say the garage limit is like somewhere in the 1000s. So, yeah, there's still plenty of space for it to keep adding new cars and not have to worry about not having enough space to have one of every car. Yeah, if they go with like adding about 4 cars every month, and it'll probably be a while before, you know, they hit the 4 digits in the garage limit. And maybe at that point we'll see some news about Horizon 6 and they'll kind of stop with the live updates.
10 seconds to go before the next checkpoint. Five seconds left.
Man, once again, smoked all of them. What an ending. It's riding the walls. Everyone's going, ah, ah. Just pretend they are doing that anyway.
Great driving, Goose. You pushed
Ow.
it and won the round. That's how
Another
you do it.
clean sweep, so that's pretty cool. This time my friend beats me in that regard by a whole 400 feet. Which makes sense considering how many times I bumped and scraped against the walls there. Yeah, Forza's been having a handful of surprises. I think they had like a free giveaway of the two cars you could see in the Barbie movie. Yeah, like
The series final is going to be a global event seen by millions.
Barbie versions of two vehicles. And I think they actually had like a vehicle pack too.
Get prepared and let's go.
Like a paid vehicle pack. Oh boy, drift race. Or a drift event. I might have to bump down the difficulty for this one. Guess we'll give it a go, right? We'll give it the honest try. And if that doesn't work, I'll bump down the difficulty.
Avoid the rock faces, grass banks, and ditches by the road. They could turn your car
Rural
over and
California.
crash. Okay, wait at the gate and watch for the light.
Remember, this isn't a race. This is
We got
about
the skills
drift
to compete
style.
at night for sure.
Oh, thanks. Guess I'm supposed to be doing exceptionally well.
Be careful. Hitting your car loses all your points for your current drift. Try and get the back end out more. That's it. Keep the points coming.
It's like the kind of thing that I kind of know how to do in practice, but the execution probably leaves something to be desired. Oh wow, that's it? Really? And first place. Woo! Okay. I wonder how close I was to losing that spot. Not even. God damn. Okay.
You're leading in the event standings. Hold that position.
Don't worry, I will. Huh. My friend did not do this one. Guess drift isn't their forte either. Understandable. Have a nice day. I am just a completionist. If you tell me I can't do a thing after reaching a point, I will probably try to do the
Don't lose
thing.
your nerve. Okay, bit of a change of pace. Drifting is about precision car control. Keep it clean to bank the points.
No doubt.
Watch out. Don't knock or scrape anything or you'll lose those drift points. Really push that back end out.
It's like a Tony Hawk combo, right? You'll wipe out, you're gonna end up losing it all. Swear to God, if that car behind clips me, causes me to lose all of my stuff.
4 points to the total. Top drift.
More points for the points thrown. Well, I got first anyway, so whatever. Another fun ending shot. If you didn't tell me this was a drift
Really
event,
strong performance out there. You're currently first
I would have
in the
looked
event
like a
standings.
neck-and-neck finish. Eh. Contrast to last week, we're not getting blitzed with bonus events and invitations.
Hong Kong's got some technical sections that will put you to the test.
It's been
Keep
a
your
rather
concentration.
straightforward, hey, you're doing championships all the way through.
You've got a good read on this course from the last couple of events here. Use that today.
Some Hades-style dialogue going on here.
Nice drift.
forget, how long has it been since Hades came out? It's gotta be quite a while, at least, right? Wow, that game rules. Maybe that'll be one of those things I do. Because everyone loves Hades. Like, even after I've played Hades, I'd be willing to do a file fresh and just go through that. Maybe even several times. Alright, one final big-ass drift. Big-ass drift. I think I completely smoked that one. Oh my god, I saw I had like 220,000 points. That's what happens when you manage to nail the big ones and get the big multipliers. Yeah, boy.
That was an amazing race. What a win.
I have to agree, that was quite a win there. Alright. So now all that's left is the big race, the big Championship 5 event race. Gonna be up to like almost 15,000 now, if not at 15,000. Oh. 143, okay, so our next win will bring us well over that much.
You've been unstoppable this season. You're better than anyone thought you could ever be. Outdo yourself in the final.
Yeah, straight
You'll be certain of a
firsts.
podium position.
5 rounds, that's how you know. This is kind of a big deal. Look at that. Going all around the world. We're hitting 2 USA tracks, we're hitting 2 Europe tracks, and we got 1 Asia track. Oh, this is gonna be good. Pretty much taking a circuit, sort of. Yeah, we're going to Dubai, then Barcelona, then California, then Chicago. Get kind of sort of connect the dots on the map and see how that would work from a logistical standpoint. Anyways, let us get started, shall we? This is for all the marbles. This is what everything's been building up to. Big championship. It's time to show the world what we're made of. Let's do this. Let's see if we can go for 100 points. That would be a kind of a way to close out the game with 100 points. Although it's a bit of a jump, considering like every other event was like, I think 3 races at most. I don't think there was a 4 event championship.
I'll be honest, I thought Pat may have been wrong about the WSR when he first came on the scene. Well, never listen to my advice on business decisions.
Well, at least they admit they got their strengths. It's like what a lot of people have said online these days, right? It's like, just because you're an expert in one area, don't take that to mean you're an expert in other areas, right? You can kind of sort of see the trend of some folks doing that. Not a recent trend, right? This has been happening for a while, where someone might feel obligated to talk about a topic that they might not have experience in. And it's like, yeah, just leave it to the folks who do know what they're talking about. Alright, support them, sure, but you know, don't try to impart knowledge if you're not completely sure of what you're saying.
Okay, first lap. Let's have more like that one, okay?
It only took a minute. I forget. Oakley is a glasses brand, right? I remember hearing something about like Oakley sunglasses and stuff like that. I'd assume they're like super designer, bougie stuff. Like you'll only get it for the brand name, otherwise they're sunglasses-ass glasses. It's been a while since I got like my eyes examined. Seems like for the most part, the world situation has improved, so I should probably do some stuff that I've been kind of sort of not doing because of, you know, the way the world has been. Should probably get an eye examination. I should probably schedule a dentist appointment as well.
That's the fastest lap.
Like, that's the one thing where I definitely did not want to go out maybe the year before and the year before that as well, because, well,
keep extending that gap.
Someone look into your mouth feels like you become ultra vulnerable to that kind of stuff. And I know most practices would take every precaution they could to make sure that doesn't happen, but risk is never 0%, right? You can minimize it, but there's always going to be that freak chance that it could happen, and I don't know. Some cases where I would rather not trust my luck. Just wait till the things improve, then maybe go out then. And I feel like it's like at a point where I'm comfortable with kind of go out and meet people. Although I don't think I will probably like ever like maybe not take off a mask, not use a mask when I'm in public anymore, because I don't know, it just offers me some measure of comfort.
You're leading the pack. Don't relax though. Everyone will be on
Especially
your
if I
tail.
decide to, you know, dress up and go out like that. It helps to give me a, I don't know, it makes me more comfortable. Like, I don't know, I feel like if I didn't have a mask while I was dressed up, I wouldn't have as many people coming up to me going, you know, like, hey, you're looking good, sister, or I like your costume, or you look cute, or like, I really like your skirt, or, yeah, it's kind of nuts, just how many people have been commenting on me. You know, just like come up to me real quick and give me their compliments and then you go, and like, give them a nod.
You're all set for today's race. Keep it focused and you'll be fine.
I wonder if I should change that. I should just give them a thumbs up as an acknowledgement. Hey, yeah, I heard you, and thanks. But don't want to speak because I don't know. I don't feel comfortable speaking. It's like why I like my current places I go out to shop, because they have self-checkouts. Right, so I don't need to speak, like, in general. Just, you know, scan my groceries, get it done, and then go. There's another store I used to go to that had, like, self-checkouts as well, but then, I don't know, there's some point they turned them off during the weekends, so I stopped going there because I didn't want to talk with people.
Get past and take his place.
Right? It's like, I would much rather. I mean, we already have to kind of scrounge up a lot of courage to kind of go out dressed up like that. Although I've become a bit more comfortable, there's still a degree of nerves I gotta get over.
Okay, Goose. Into first. Keep it there.
So, I really appreciate self-checkouts.
Hold this position and the race is yours.
I'm sure a lot of people do. Like the store I visited last week also had self-checkouts, right? It was like a super local store, and they still had self-checkouts. You know, fewer self-checkouts than like the chain grocery stores would, but they had them. It was kind of fun. I might actually like. Oh no, I think I already said last week, but yeah, most of the stuff they sell, I can get at the one I normally go to for like cheaper. The only thing that I got there that was cheaper were like the ramen noodles, the cup noodles. So for way cheaper than I would see in other stores, so I got those boxes. That would be my only reason to revisit that store, is to get more ramen noodles, and I'm not sure if I'd be willing to pay round-trip bus fare for that. That being said, I think I looked my usual bus route, and I realized, oh, there's like actually 2 stores on that route I could perhaps go by. So maybe I'll like use 3 trips worth of fare next time, so I can hit up those stores.
Nice driving. That's the fastest lap of this race.
I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I did. I thought that the grocery store I went to maybe just stopped stocking like certain items. Like I thought they stopped stocking like frozen chicken and meatballs. Turns out I was like looking in the wrong spot. I think I was like used to seeing them in certain sections of other stores, so I was like always looking in that section, but turns out they have them in another section. So they still have like frozen chicken and meatballs. Ended up being a boon for me anyway, because like I made my first set of meatballs, and yeah, they were good. I like them. Not sure if I'd share them with other people, but you know, I didn't like look down the receipt to see how much all this stuff cost, but I'm pretty sure it was like probably cheaper than, you know, buying a bag of frozen meatballs. I think the real sticking point would be the beef. Right, figure out the price of the beef, and then figure out how many meatballs like normally come in there. I think like the amount of beef I had, I was able to make like 30 meatballs. So next time I find a bag of frozen meatballs, I need to see how many meatballs are there in there, and I can figure out prices from there. You know, one thing I need to figure out about beef, at least just what the difference is between like how they do like lean and fat percentages, because that's one thing I've noticed about the way meat is packaged now, that they will have a label there kind of telling you how much of it is like fat and how much of it is lean, as they put it. They go in like increments of 5, so you'll see like 90% lean, 10% fat, 85% lean, 15% fat. I think it gets cheaper the more fat it has. I would assume that's like purely a health thing. Oh, see, I went sideways there and I was able to rewind. Weird. Yeah, I'm sure there's like an online resource that will tell me all about fat and lean ratios and what works better for what recipes. I think my next cooking project will probably be looking to see how I can make tacos, and I'm not talking about like the hard shell stuff you get at Taco Bell. I'm thinking more like you know, taco-ass tacos with the soft shell made like not with a kit and stuff like that. That will probably be fun. I'm gonna make my own tortillas. That'll probably be an afternoon thing right there. Wow, I got close to my friend there. About half a second off, I think. Alright. We're in the middle part of this big event, and we're in California.
There's Bruno Silva. That guy's aggressive on track. Watch out for him.
He just like me, for real, for real. I want to learn how to make like chip dip too. Specifically, like maybe a layered dip. Let's see if I can try and make it that. Of course, I probably have to make a smaller portion because it will be for myself. Oh, what the heck? I couldn't rewind there. Alright, we're gonna restart. Wow, surprisingly easy to get to the front of the pack here. At the very least means I can just be a little bit more careful because I don't have to try to be a bit more reckless to catch up to anyone. And that's the thing with these racing guys, at least ones I've seen in this and Forza Horizon, where
Keep on defending that lead. You got
they'll
5
fight.
seconds on the car
They'll
behind
like
you. Stay
absolutely
focused,
fight
keep the lead.
to the teeth if they're ahead of you, right? Even especially first place where they higher difficulties where they will, where it'll feel like, right, even if you race near perfectly, you're barely making progress, and it only takes one wipeout to kind of just erase everything you've put towards catching up to them. Almost feels like no matter what the difficulty, if you get far enough ahead, then you just automatically go into give up mode and just fall extremely behind. Especially prevalent in Forza, where it feels like you managed to get first and hold on to it for long enough. Pretty much got the race in the bag, even on higher difficulties. Like rarely a moment
You're
where
in first with a 10-second lead. Let's keep it that way.
a racer will just suddenly rocket ahead of you in that case. Though it's not like it doesn't happen, it's just less likely to happen. At least that's what it feels like to me. Man, this could like very easily be a section in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. Hot Pursuit 2010. While driving through the forest thing. Man. Still sad we didn't see anything come. We didn't see anything follow Hot Pursuit Remastered. But they said on the rumor mill for a long time Underground 2 was being remastered, and that would be pretty rad. But at this point, it's only a rumor. Like, I don't think they even have any materials leaked. It's just heresy at this point. But it'll be pretty cool if that were the case. Like I mentioned it already, but I didn't play it myself. I watched my younger brother play it, and I think he got through a good portion of it. I guess my only guess is they would kind of need to rework all the sponsorship stuff. Because,
Okay,
you
pal,
know,
you're
Singular
way out. Just keep it focused
no
and
longer
take this
exists, so
race.
they'll probably have to redo that one. Wrap that part. Maybe just change it to like a generic mail thing or something. Probably change some other sponsors. But yeah. I mean, they did handle that for Burnout Paradise. I remember that being a very ad-riddled game, but the remastered version just adds, like, generic ads. So they could go that route, just change all the formerly licensed stuff to generic stuff. Probably be
The only
good.
direction you can move on the leaderboard is downwards. Stand your ground.
The others will have to fight a lot to even, like, get close to me. Like, even now, even if Bruno got first, as long as I score as long as I, like, get higher than 9th, I'll probably still make it out ahead. But hey, 2 races, so I should get complacent. Getting complacent leads to being prone to making more errors. Because you start underestimating your competition. and then the stuff they do
Chicago
just
is a
might
great
completely
basic city,
bamboozle
so
you,
watch out for 90-degree bends.
and you're not prepared to
You're gonna have to fight your way
counter
through the pack from here.
their comeback. Bruno, still one to watch. Okay, got it. Oh, Shell is still a gas station that's around. I don't know that much. I don't know if V-Power is something they still push heavily, but
That's you
they
into the mid-pack.
definitely see their stations around. And I remember back in the old days, some other gas stations too probably got absorbed by some companies in the interceding years. Bruno, I got you. Oh, no, that's Callum. That's okay. Still got about 2.5 laps with which to catch up to the competition here.
That's second. Only 2 laps remaining.
You know, I was about to turn left at that turn, but thankfully I read the arrows correctly. And I got thrown for a bit. I was just panicking, a moment of panic in my mind, but I was able to recover in time. Bruno's still giving me a run for my money a little bit here. I just need to wait for the right corner so I can get ahead of them. I think I had it. I think that was it. That might have been it. I just need them not to do a big crash. Alright, I think I'm in the clear. Lap to go. Pretty soon.
You've just set the fastest lap.
You know, every time I see that O logo, for some reason I keep thinking of Quiznos. Even though Quiznos has a very distinctively different logo from Oakley's, it's just like, I look at it at a glance and for some reason Quiznos just comes to mind. Is that restaurant still around? I feel like it doesn't have like quite the presence it used to. I remember when I was younger, I'd see like TV ads for it all the time. But they probably have like a diminished presence. I feel like a bunch of sub-stores have kind of popped up in the meantime. Some local, some perhaps a bit more widespread, but yeah. All do the same end game of offering you submarine sandwiches. Probably all better than Subway, though. Am I right? Haha, I got him.
Hit one barrier and you'll be thrown
All right,
around like
one
a
more.
Use the curbs to spot the corners.
It all ends here in
You know how this
Paris.
final needs to end. I'd say no pressure, but I'd be lying.
Heh, at least you admit it. I like how they have WSR just spinning on the arch there.
out of the back of the pack. Keep going.
You know, it's better than being out of the back of the pack.
That's you into the mid-pack.
Being in front of it. Look at that. Oh, man. All the way up to second. Callum somehow just pulled ahead of everyone. Always got to be the one, right? You can't have it first being an easy affair, I guess. Oops. In another game, that would have been a takedown. I ended up paying for it. Okay, so maybe I shouldn't flip. Oh, it's a 2-lap track, so it's going to be a longer one. Yeah, minute in, and we've only hit like the halfway mark of this lap, so this race will probably hit 4 minutes. Alright. Yeah, a minute and a half. We're 75% of the way through the track. Yeah, this will be a 2-minute lap. Easy. Yeah, you can see that. I need to figure out what that particular structure is called. So I can just stop calling it just the arch.
Final lap. You're in the lead. You got this.
Thanks for the encouragement, Radio Man. I really do mean it this time. Gotta know when to, give out those words of encouragement, and when not to. Really good thing I don't have damage on. I feel like that would have been an instant DQ right there.
You're 5 seconds ahead of second place. Keep extending that gap.
I can kind of see him behind me. Why does this music remind me of, like, secret agent music so much, right? This is the kind of stuff I would expect to hear in a spy thriller. Amusingly enough, this would probably be something they'd play during a car chase scene. I guess it tracks. Right, this is like them getting away with the top secret data while the bad guys' henchmen are in the other cars. While secret agents probably like peeking out from the sunroof, shooting out the gunners as they try to get one on our suave secret agent. And eventually, they manage to hit that final point where they defeat the lieutenant of the bad guy. They get away scot-free, while the bad guy's going, "Curse you, suave secret agent!" There we have it. It's another championship in the bag. This season is over. And it's over with us on top, baby. So I really needed some water there. Woo!
Yes, Season 4 champ. I don't know how you do it. Blocking out all the distractions and taking the title in front of millions. You, my friend, are untouchable right now.
Yeah, baby. That's what I like to hear. Give me a minute. Alright. Okay. Wow, my friend got 6 seconds over me. How do they do it? So, will this be the end, or are we gonna get like a super season? Haha, man, this role sure is something else. Oh wait, that was me.
Every lap, every race, all season long.
Yeah, it's like a promo bumper that they did. WSR is so big now, it's even getting montaged on TV. Okay, I feel like we might be in it for another season. But what else could they do? We've already got like the events remix. Are we gonna get like another remix? Unless they were gonna start like driving on the moon or something.
This is the beginning of the most important phase of your racing career so far. The WSR has reached an all-time high. It's going to be the biggest season yet, and you are fast becoming not only my star racer, but the people's champion. You know what to do.
Gotta continue that narrative, right? Season 5, okay.
Which car do you want to race in? Let me know.
This one has more acceleration and speed, so yeah. Are you sure?
Okay,
Sure, I'm
good
sure.
choice. The hard work is paying off. You have another sponsor wanting a place on your livery.
Alright. Probably don't want 6 seconds. I feel like even 5 can be a bit of a challenge. I don't want a lap time objective. It's tend to not within my wheelhouse. A vehicle challenge. Okay, this is something I can do here. Play the other ones. Oh, nope, it's just vehicle challenge. Okay. Ah, I've seen NOS before. Probably in another game with these parts. Champion. I feel like I see. They're like a. This is racing tech, but I'm pretty sure they're like a parts shop as well. Wow, charge speed. I mean, at least the speed looks sort of fancy. Charge kind of looks like you could probably do that in word art. Well, Lumination at least has the line from the end kind of underlining the rest of the word. Oh, that's... Okay, we're at 6 seconds. Guess I'll just go with NOS. We have here Eliminator, win the lead by 2 seconds, and a Rockstar Energy face-off. Pass at least 60 checkpoint games and gates in all rounds of Virgin Meat Series. About that one. But then again, the other objectives are not something I'm completely comfortable with. Alright, I'll probably just like pick another sponsor within this group here. You know what? Let's go with Intel. Feels like appropriate. And this one. Oh, very few burst in each round. They're not STP. I think they do art stuff, right? Eliminator. Switch sponsors that one. Yeah, like Yokohama. Guess this one, Armor All. I've definitely seen commercials for that. I think it's the one that's like, ah, man, you got a ding on your car. Well, if you sprayed it with Armor All, that might not have happened. Oop. Nope. That's aftermarket. Oh, Spy Plus. Oh. Interesting logos here. So we'll go with Tang tools because I kind of like those eyes. As for C, I just want to keep this because I just like that super simple logo. All right, we'll call it done.
This is the beginning of the most important phase of your racing career so far. The WSR has reached an all-time high. It's going to be the biggest season yet, and you are fast becoming not only my star racer, but the people's
I think you've already said this stuff.
You know what to do.
Got more promos, more vehicle challenges. How many of these you have? Okay, looks like 9 as usual, so... Oh. Pretty much the same as the other one. I don't know if I'll do all of it tonight, but we can start making some inroads. Or promos, but let's do these invitations, shall we? I think these are just time trials. Yeah, the time of 3 minutes. It's one of the track toys I skipped. Oh, right, there's 2 of them because I had a choice of... No, I think it was a choice of 2 cars. It just happened twice. For some reason, that one's giving me a choice. It feels like the other ones. You had to kind of go through them in sequence. Or maybe I never bothered to press right. Maybe that's the case. Oh well, hopefully this won't be like the last season where, like, after each championship I get blitzed with, like, another 6 invitations. I guess I'm feeling slightly better this week, despite, I don't know, feeling slightly more under the weather. I think I still probably was just completely bushed from my big errand last week that kind of transferred over to the next day, and I was still kind of out of it, right? Like, thankfully I hadn't reached that point where I was just, like, completely out of it, but definitely just had that feeling in the back of my head where it's like, yeah, it's starting to creep in a little bit. It's like, you know what? We can call it, because it was like almost 3 hours, right? We only got like halfway through the season. Could you imagine? If I'd done all that night, that would have been another 2 hours. I would have been up until like 1 in the morning. In the middle of the week, maybe not the best thing to do. So maybe it was for the better that I called it off there. Anyways, I think the plan will be just do whatever I can for another hour or so, and maybe then I'll call it. That should put me in a good enough spot where I can wrap up Season 5, and then we'll see where they go from there. The only way I can see this concluding is just having like a 6-event championship, right? Because I already did 5. 6 would be next in line. Still got like a whole 30-ish seconds, and we're about 7/8 done with the track. I think we'll be okay. Always love a good highway segment in a city race. Hey, there we have it. 11 seconds to spare. Could you imagine if I tried to do that on a higher difficulty? Target time would be lowered by like 10 seconds. Yeah, see? Imagine try that on a higher difficulty. I'd have missed it by that much. 3.5, or sorry, 0.35 of a second. That's another car for the car throne. I think that's number 50, so we have 50 cars now. And we're very easily gonna barrel past 20 million here.
You're in demand with car manufacturers to take their vehicles out and show them off to a crowd. If you're fast enough behind the wheel, you'll be taking the car back to your garage.
You might even hit like 30 million, maybe. We'll see.
Côte d'Azur has very little runoff, so pick your line carefully. The corners come thick and fast.
Thick. If I were in chat, I'd be typing out THICC in caps with a space after each one.
More of the same would be good.
Thick corners. Wow, that's a substantial amount of rewinds that they gave us there. Very generous. I really do wonder what their algorithm for kind of letting you, for determining how much you're allowed to rewind back to must be like. Probably gotta take like turns into account and the last time they were driving straight. So you could determine the probable point at which they can set you back and still make a meaningful change. Okay, only a quarter of the way through the race and we've already burned like almost a third of the target time here. I'm not feeling too great. Definitely feeling worse after that collision there. I'm gonna take this turn a little bit easier, which I did. See, live and learn. Hanging on the edge of tomorrow. Live and learn. Works yesterday. Live and learn. If you beckon, if you follow. Live and learn. You will never find your way. Man, too bad this isn't a drift event, or else I'd be getting drift points up the wazoo here. Well, sort of at the halfway point. Feel like we're about halfway through the target time, so feeling a little better. Just need to try to keep a good pace and not crash. More so not crash, because I feel like that's where the most time loss happens, obviously. By the same burnout, or else that would have been a really sick jump. I think about it. I feel like modify parts of the roads probably make a pretty sick burnout track. At least a section of it, right? This would be like the coastal portion of the track that they would have. The other half would probably be like you running through a nice quaint little village or something. Okay, 34 seconds left. I'm about halfway through section 4. I'm feeling a little apprehensive, but still got a shot. 20 seconds, and we're almost there. Okay, we might have this. We might have this. 10 seconds. So my car would just have to spontaneously combust for me to just fail that event right there. Thankfully, that was not the case. Vehicle unlocked.
Great drive. That's another one for the collection.
A Pagani? Huayra? Huayra? I have to see how to pronounce that.
With the caliber of sponsor we have now, those objectives are a
one
must.
more.
Check your options.
Only 2 minutes and 10 seconds. So this will be quicker by comparison. A minute quicker. Got so many WSR wins, y'all.
Time for a high-speed sightseeing trip around Paris. Let's show them how it's done.
The worst way to see Paris.
This is your chance to expand your vehicle collection.
Yeah, that's kind of why I entered this event. And the other, like, 40-ish events. Maybe it's like 25. You know, the ones that also got me cars for beating the target time. Okay, see, I went perpendicular to the wall there, and they were like, yeah, you can rewind. I should have given up trying to figure out how flashbacks work a long time ago. Because if it's one thing, they're not. It's consistent. It's like 80% of the time you can press the button and expect it to happen, but there will be that 20% where you're just jamming it and your car's still crashing and burning. And you're just like, throw your arms up, guess I'll restart. Man, I'm really losing it here. About halfway through the track, and we got halfway through the target time, so I'm feeling okay. All right. Seconds ago, and we're almost done with this race. I'm feeling confident. Probably be okay. We're gonna be okay. I think we'll be okay. Car is another story, but I personally will be okay. Wow, no door. Our driver is just completely stoic, stone-faced through that. It's like, I got a race to finish. I don't have time to be worrying about safety. I'm like all buckled up and stuff anyway. What does it matter?
With the caliber of sponsor we have now, those objectives are a must. Check your options.
Right, now for the pros. It'll overtake. Nothing new there, just keep doing what you've always been doing.
Speed on the main straight is key. If your last corner is slow, you could lose multiple places.
Yeah, I could probably see that.
step on it and show this guy some dust. This is great. Every car you pass is a step closer to the win.
I do wonder what the brand trucks these are. I'm pretty sure they are something specific. I just can't tell quite what it is at a glance. Ah, nuts. I thought... Nah, whatever. This is going to be very long 2 laps, that's for sure. Y'all need to stop taking the same racing line I do. Trying to get around you.
Great overtaking. Keep this up and you'll get the win.
Oh, man. It's okay. Still plenty of time to build up score. About to hit the end of the first lap.
On to the final lap.
There's a lot of 1,000 points in quick succession. Thankfully, I missed. Got several of them before I did a combo break. I'm sure if I were any more cracked, I could probably easily hit like 6 digits. It requires a substantial amount of cars past me. So, since to build your way up to the 10 combo, which puts you at like 55, 100 points, and then you have to overtake another 95 cars. Because at 1,000 points a pop. And of course you have to do that super efficiently and not smack in anything. And be super fast. I don't even know if that's possible, right? Only on the longest of tracks. Ooh, boy. What a finish! Absolute spin out, still managed to finish while going forward. What the heck?
You put in a top performance and hit the objective. You should be happy with that.
I really want to know how many cars I passed though. So if I could just figure out my maximum score potential. Might not be 6 digits, but imagine it would be way higher. Alright, how many fans does this bring me up to? 18.5 mil. Oh man.
Superb. Just superb. You're totally committed to those fans. Keep it up.
All 18 million of them. Alright. It's time to hit the WSR stuff, huh? 3 races as usual. So I want to do McLaren here. Ah, super class. We'll see how many promos and invitations they blitz us with after completing this event.
The roads are wide here, but there's hardly an inch of track that's dead straight. This season is going to be a battle from the first race to the last. Starting strong.
It's like mostly the same folks too. Then again, I imagine it's like most racing series. Like usually when a season begins, I think the racers are set, right? You don't have like any surprise additions or anything like that. Barring like any sorts of catastrophic accidents or any particular events happening.
You've made it out from the back of the pack.
And did I mention that twisty building already? Just, boy, what must working at that place be like, and what the construction of that place must have been like. Trying to figure out all the floor plans and how the elevators and staircases work, and then planning all the rooms around it so you get the most efficient use of the space while still making it stand out structurally, exteriorly. Gotta find that mix of style and efficiency, practicality. This is a 3-lap deal.
You got 5 seconds on the car behind you. Stay focused and keep the lead.
Good to know.
First lap down and you're steaming ahead.
You know, part of me wants to know why Humble Bundle hasn't been doing like free game giveaways. I feel like it's been a while since they did their last one. I remember like a couple years back, like not even that many years back, but like they still did like a periodic thing where it's like, oh yeah, you can just come in here and claim a game and, you know, just have a whole month to redeem it. But hey, it's free if you manage to get it within that period. Feels like it's been a while since they last did it. Wonder why I haven't done one. Probably because no one's offered up a game for free. That's probably the most likely reason, I'm sure. If there were someone who were willing to do that, Humble would be all over it, but I haven't had anything like that for a while. I'm still subscribed to their Humble monthly service. I feel like there's still every month I still have like at least 1 or 2 games that would justify me hanging on to that subscription. Like Temtem that other month. But even then, I usually look over the list and see it's like, oh yeah, just like at least 3 games here that I would be willing to pick up, and no. Picking that stuff up individually would be many times more than my Humble subscription cost, so. You could give the option to pause the subscription, so probably get onto that. I think they used to do tiers even, right? Because they used to have like the Humble monthly legacy plan, which got you like a large selection of games, and they had like several levels of it that let you claim a different number of games, but it seems like they have just a one-size-fits-all now, where, you know, you pay it and you get access to all the games.
You're in first with a 10-second lead. Let's keep it that way.
I guess they probably didn't notice an appreciable increase to offering like the light plan, so they just offered up a one plan, one size fits all. It works well enough for me. I needed to check and see what the games are for July. I think I might already have them. Hopefully the ones they have for August will be pretty rad. I know I bumped my subscription up because of Temtem. It's like I got the Temtem base game and I went and did the complete your bundle thing on Steam. And I was like, worked out pretty well. Let's look at Temtem. I need to start that. Part of me wants to wait until I start streaming it, because then on the other hand, I do have a lot of other games I want to stream as well, so maybe Temtem will be one that I play on my own time. Especially since I only do like 3 a week. You know, I only have like one slot dedicated to longer playthroughs of games. One slot dedicated to racing.
Don't relax, though. Everyone will be on your tail.
And then one's the flex slot. I feel like that's as much as I want to handle at the moment. There was that period of time where I did like 4 streams per week, but kind of took a lot out of me. I think it might have been partially because I was doing it on the weekend. I like having at least one day of the weekend where I can just, you know, just do nothing all day, because it's always a good feeling, right? Because the rest of the week, I do work. I don't want
Paris is
to
narrow and full of aggressive hairpins. Make every move count.
have my weekend
You're leading this
filled
event.
with stuff
Keep
that
it
I
going.
do as well. Especially since it's the afternoon, so it kind of cuts things in the middle. You know, with the whole day off to do nothing, I can get whatever I need to do done,
Sector 2. You'll be in with a better
especially
chance.
going out and grocery shopping. Yeah, because when I did grocery shopping, when I had like both days of the weekend streaming, I would have to like go out in the morning. I had to catch a very specific bus if I wanted to get back in time to stream as scheduled. And then by then, you know, once I wrap things up, it'll be like somewhere between late afternoon, early evening. There wouldn't be much to do except maybe just wait around until I hung out with my friends and did gaming there. So sort of why I switch things up. Just one day where I do zilch. Because sometimes you just need a day where, you know, you're not doing anything of import. Like, I don't know. My parents would always would balk at me if I ever spent a day in which they deemed I made no meaningful progress towards whatever. But I feel like it's good to not work yourself all the time too, right? Gotta know your limits. Gotta know when you're burned out and need to recharge and just, you know, just veg out, as it were. Because if it means you'll be able to up your effectiveness for the next time you get back into a thing, then it will have all been worth it. I wish that was something that would have understood earlier. Wow, this is like 3 laps, and each lap is going to be like 2 minutes. Good lord.
You got 5 seconds on the car behind you. Stay focused and keep the lead.
It's going to be a long race. I had to say though, the damage modeling on the car is like pretty good. Not to mention the way flashbacks kind of see the stuff go back on. Pretty good too. It's all pretty good. Pretty impressive. Imagine even more so back in 2013 when it first came out. Maybe I'll take a look at the Grid Legends. Maybe next sale rolls around, I'll pick up Grid Legends and give it a go. I wonder if there's a demo out for it. Maybe we can try it out there and make sure it's up to my thing. Because I remember them saying that, like, the handling model of Grid Legends is more in line with Grid 1 that was in Grid 2, and I kind of like the way things handled in Grid 2, but depending on how they allow me to adjust difficulty for Grid 1, I just might be able to grin and bear with it.
You're in first with a 10-second lead. Let's keep it that way.
Now that I think about it, I want to see if I should probably trawl through my humble library and see if Grid Legends was ever offered as like a free game. I think there was like a new Grid that came out after the Grid reboot, so if any game would be offered up for like humble probably be the most recent one and not the predecessor.
On to the last lap.
It was 4 minutes worth of racing and we're still not done. Like, I know we're approaching, we've got to ramp things up here, but I don't know if we needed a whole ass lap. Like, this probably could have been 2 laps. I'm pretty sure, like, his configuration was 2 laps before. I don't know why this particular one had to be 3. Driving off for a rather foregone conclusion, especially now. Too bad there's no 5-second rule in a race-ass race. End here. Finally be done with this one. What number race is this in a championship? Is this like number 2 or number 3? I forget. It's so long, this race has completely messed with my memories. Boy, look at that finish.
Well done. You're leading the event.
It was only number 2. Oh, my friend also took a similar amount of time. They were only 4 seconds faster. Oof. I've pretty much hammer out invitationals along the way, I feel like. Probably get through like a third of this season at best.
You can gather a lot of speed on the straights here. Just keep an eye out for your braking
Alright,
points.
this one is
Starting
shorter,
near the
right?
pack means you're gonna have to seize those chances to make it through the pack.
It'll be the same as always.
An aggressive start will do you no favors. It'll damage your car and lose time.
It's something you gotta be mindful of, huh? Y'all need to get out of my way. I got a pole position to catch. There's a train leaving town in an hour. It's not waiting for you, and neither am I. Ugh, I'm gonna end up blowing all of my flashbacks in this segment here. Not even finished the first lap, and I'm already down to 2. Woo-wee!
Good, you're in third.
Then again, this track seems to be the trickiest to actually get first. Especially first. Somehow manages to just pull all the way out ahead. I spend a couple of turns catching up to them.
Good, let's push for first.
Alright. Feeling a little better. God dang it. Got just one. I got one flashback left.
Okay, Goose, that's the lead. Now hold on to it.
Alright, lap 2, sitting in first. Thankfully, this race will be much, much shorter. The 1 minute 10 second first lap time. Means this race will probably be over in the next 2.
5 seconds ahead of second place. Keep extending that gap.
Okay, we're almost on lap 3. A little bit more, and
Just
there
set
we
the
are.
fastest lap.
Oh man, the fastest lap.
Okay, pal, you're way out in the lead. Just keep it focused and you'll take this race.
Still only 5% of this lap to go. So close, y'all. It's right there. Let's go. Championship in the bag. Another clean sweep, but did you expect anything less?
That's what we want to see. Record crowds, millions of viewers, sky-high expectations.
Still got beaten by 2 seconds by my friend. It's okay. They pretty much dominated this leaderboard. It's only like that and my other friend who have played Grid. Although the other one dropped off like a long time ago. It's just me and this guy. Ah, so close to 20 million.
You're gonna need to choose one of these vehicles to compete in.
GT3. Oh yeah, we're gonna get blitzed with invitations after this. Anyways, I'll select that one. Oh, wait. I have to select yes, because I'll be able to win the other one, so.
Good choice. Keep this going. You're doing exactly what you need to do.
This is like part of that meme. The illusion of free choice, and because you're gonna get both cars anyway, so just will depend. Choice will determine which one you get earlier. I guess it's a guaranteed pick because you don't have to do the invitations to get the other cards. You could just skip it. I could probably have finished this campaign if I had not done all the optional stuff and just did the bare minimum. But I kind of want to see it all, you know. I want to get every ounce of this experience out because it's what I got it for. At least this will be quick since the target time's like less than 2 minutes.
This car home if you beat the challenge.
I wonder if this game might have been served better for if they tried to give you a number of flashbacks depending on the race. So if you were doing something like a 6 minute race, they would give you more flashbacks. But something like a short one like this one, they might give you like maybe 2 or 3. The way it stands, longer events will definitely provide much less margin for error. Which maybe is what they intended, but maybe they didn't. Okay, we still got about 30 seconds left, and we still have well, only a quarter of the way to go. Oh, pretty straight shot too, so hey, easy peasy. another car for the garage.
Great drive. That's another one for the collection.
Mercedes-Benz McLaren. Like a mashup of two companies, it almost feels like. I'm almost certain. Play a lot of Forza, and like Mercedes-Benz and
I don't
McLaren are
expect you
two
to
separate
accept
things.
every invite that comes your way. Most of them I return to sender. So when a vehicle challenge shows up, well, you really have nothing to lose.
Except time. Really. Alright, another one. The other GT car I didn't pick. SLS MG. Seems to be a thing I've noticed. Like, the more bougie a car is, the more abbreviated the name is. So something like super expensive might just be a mashup of letters, while your commercial vehicles, ones that are more priced within a average person's range, tend to have actual names
Most of the track is flat out,
like
so winning
Sport
takes guts.
or Odyssey or things like that, you know.
Okay, we can celebrate tonight if we get another good result here.
2 minutes, 2 seconds, and oh boy, this car's a bit of a speedster. Race of this class will be fun times, let me tell you. Oh, we are zooming. Oh man. Is this what being a cat feels like? Suddenly I have this urge to go fast and just like zoom, zoom. Maybe a dog too. Those dogs will just have that sudden tendency to just bolt around an area. Like, it makes sense if they're outside, but if you're like inside and you see them suddenly dash around the house, you start getting a little worried. Yeah, that's one of my goals at the moment. You know, apart from getting a better place, would be to get a pet. And I'll probably be a cat, because I know cats, you know, they require a lot of maintenance. You gotta care for them, you gotta feed them, groom them, maybe play with them, give them attention. But compared to dogs, at least, I feel like most cats you don't have to take out for walks. Though I've definitely seen like people take cats out for walks, right? They'll even have like the harnesses and everything, and you'll see the cat just walking down the street. And you know what? It's cute. And probably helps for the cat too, because, you know, gets them their exercise, helps keep them moving, and make sure they don't get make sure they don't get atrophied or anything like that. I'll probably have to look into cats, you know, make sure I get one that fits my sort of style of living. I'd have to be something like largely self-sufficient,
Grab the attention of new fans.
right? Not someone that requires a lot of invitation. Oh man, I gotta do 2 of them. Wow, a 2-gay. It's part of a promo. Interesting. An endurance race, so. Oh, jeez Louise, 7 minutes. Okay. Koenigsegg. Agera R. Okay. Well, buckle up. This is gonna be a long one. Even this might be one of the longest races yet, right? Like, even the 3-lap tracks tend to run 6 at most. Getting the, well, definitely not Le Mans level. This is like 1/240th of a Le Mans event, but still. Brendan Turner gonna fall like the rest of them.
Everyone is expecting you to do well again tonight. Statistically, you come out on top.
They say as I completely spin out. It's okay. Because of my flashback that didn't happen. That's how it works. Thank goodness damage is merely cosmetic. Alright, I'm in front. I just gotta hold it for the next 6.5 minutes. That'll probably be easy to do. Challenge here will be not falling asleep while getting my way up to 7 minutes. Oh yeah, this would be like one of those cases where varying the number of flashbacks you have based on projected race length would probably do wonders. Oh jeez, actually, one person actually got ahead of me. Maybe I should actually like try braking into turns and not like going pedal to the metal the whole time. Although there I just got bumped. So maybe I should try to do a mix of the two. Alright, I got the one flashback. Maybe I'll hang on to that and just try to catch up. This isn't a live route. Ah, frick, man. Now you rewind. What the heck? That's not even a good spot. The first time flashbacks failed me. Probably because I noticed the lull in the action. Is like, yeah, that's cool. Wait, what happened? Why am I still first? Pretty sure I saw that other person just like suddenly plow completely ahead of me. Unless that was like a bug? Or maybe that was actually like some phantom pace car, maybe? Well, now they were going. Did Grid 1 like adjust your number of flashbacks based on difficulty? Then again, maybe they do that in like higher difficulties, but easy and very easy just give you 5 because that's the maximum. That's the cap they give you. You cap out at 5 flashbacks, no matter what. Doing a lot of bump in this race. It's like that Street Fighter 6 victory song. Is bumpin', is bumpin', is bumpin', is bumpin'. This Liam fella's actually giving me a run for my money here. The heck? I know it's like season 5 and all, but come on, surely you could still give me a little leeway here, sheesh. I need to feel like I got a rocket ahead like every 5 steps or so to keep my place.
Four minutes left.
Not even halfway through this race. Still fighting for my life out here. The last thing I need is to lose or well, I guess not technically lose, but more like lose my top spot in the final minute. Otherwise known as the Grid 1 Le Mans incident, which caused me to rage quit Grid 1 because I was in an okay standing, and at the very last second I just lose it. Granted, part of that was like on me, but still, it's not give you the best feeling.
3 minutes to go. You just set the fastest lap.
Even after all this crashing and bumping, sheesh. So many perpendicular hits to the wall. And Liam just gets all the distance ahead of me. This feels like with this car, I gotta slow down to near halt if I want to actually make a turn. There will be other cases where like that where I brake too late and end up smacking into the wall. It's a really good thing I don't drive like this in real life. And that my parents don't ride with me, because I'm pretty sure they would have had like a heart attack several dozen times over. Hey, it's a video game, that's why I'm a bit more loose. You know, if I were driving a car in real life, I would absolutely not be this reckless. Because, hey, cars are expensive, so you kind of want to take care of the one you got. For sure. You know, a friend who got a car very recently bought it completely on their own, with their own money. And they're very, very selective of when they let anyone else use it, which is to say they don't let anyone else use it. Only they drive it. But you know what? I totally get it, right? It's a big, expensive thing. They bought it with their own money.
1 minute left.
They want to make sure they're completely in control of it. They don't want to leave it up to any fluke, right? Lend it to someone else, and that thing just might get totaled, and, well, that's your entire investment up in smoke. Sheesh. That absolutely blow, so I would get why they want to be very, very, they want to have very tight control over who gets to drive their car. I know I would.
30 seconds left.
This breaks 60,000, but I wonder how much beyond 60,000 we can get.
Last 10 seconds.
Wow, Liam just kind of decided to throw their arms up, huh? They're like, well, I fought hard for that first 4 minutes or so, but guess I'll just take second. And you know what? That works for me. I'm sure I could have
Nice drive.
perhaps gotten closer to 70,000, if not surpassed it, had I been a way more careful driver. Alright, I think we'll do these 2 promos and then we'll do one more WSR event, and I think then I'll call it there.
Superb. Just superb. You're totally committed to those fans. Keep it up.
This next one is going to bring us over the top. Well, it's a 2-gay event, so we could potentially wrap this up in a shorter amount of time. Just depends on if I can get them through 5-second rule. Gotta do it 3 times. Also gotta make sure not to collide into them, because the same burnout.
This Hong Kong track will stretch your skills to the limit. Let's nail this one.
Best of 3 runs. And I start out in front, so don't have to worry about squeezing around them. Hey, yeah, Sector 2. Wow. Talk about some other place other than Sector 1. Remarkable. Or maybe this will actually be like a bitter fight to the finish, considering that
Good lead. Keep pushing.
the other fella's like managing to keep pace with me, mostly. Yeah, that meter's not going up. At least it's very slowly going up. Not going up fast enough that I can expect a quick timeout win. If I do timeout win, I'll probably be close to the end of the track. I might even actually finish this race.
You got a comfortable lead. You've almost got this round. He's falling behind. Keep increasing that gap.
There we go. 5 seconds, baby. Now to do it 2 more times.
What a drive. You gave the sponsors exactly what they asked for.
Or actually, I could be just 1 if I manage to win this round, right? Or no, I gotta do 3. Do I have to do 3 regardless? I think I do.
closing in.
Man, I've been doing a lot of these 2K events and suddenly I forget what the rules are. What's up with that? Huh? Me? What is up with that? Wow. Did not expect to start, like, going on top of the wall there. Wouldn't it be funny if I, like, got a 5-second win a lot earlier here?
You've almost got him beat.
Come on, give me that meter fill. Yeah, you know what? Take it. Since I
He's closing
came out
the
in
gap.
front.
Don't let him catch up.
Sure, it resulted in distance loss, but you know what? That's fine. Still ahead. May not be able to do 5 seconds here. Maybe I will. Oh, yeah, objective complete. So that's it. Promo done. 2 minutes. Came in best of 3'd 'em.
Top performance and hit the objective.
Clean sweep, shutout. Didn't even get one. I'm glad there's no best of 5s here. I feel like that would be redundant. Anyways, this will be the one that puts us over. Gives us 20 million fans. Boom. Pretty sure like only the top YouTube channels have that many subscribers.
Superb. Just superb. You're totally committed to those fans. Keep it up.
Oh yeah, saw the promos and invites. Okay, so we do Face Off. Probably be the last one tonight, so let's make it a good one, huh? End it on a high note. It's a good 3 hours of streaming. It's usually a good amount for me. .2 miles. See, this is like the one type of event where flashbacks are overpowered because you always get your full allotment for each part. So they will come back. You always have 5 for each face-off. I think it's the same thing with 2G. You always get 5 for each round. That's not like 5
Done a good
period.
job of smashing a car up at least.
Thanks. You think I'm ready for like flat out? I'm gonna try that entire section again. Maybe things will go better for me this time. Whew, man, I should get off the wall before I hit the mountain face. That would have been problematic had that happened. What in the world? It's great. I just see myself wipe out and then the car just like zooms past me because all it takes one little mistake and suddenly you're trailing the pack. Thank God, this guy is putting up a fight. I gotta keep this up for another... I gotta keep this up for the other half. Pretty sure I've got like 1 or 2 flashbacks left, so... Ugh, man. Oh boy, already down to 1. And it does seem like a toss-up whether the physics will either let you do the wall ride or just completely stop you cold in your tracks. There are definitely spots where it feels like there would be a good reason for you to just, completely spin out, what have you, but other parts where it does feel somewhat arbitrary. Alright, we're out. That means we pretty much gotta flawlessly drive the rest of this race. Just hope that they stay behind us and not capitalize on whatever mistakes we do from here on out. Whew, that would suck. I actually glanced over to make sure my mic levels were still showing stuff, and yep, there it is. Maybe if I'm ahead, I really should just
Been having some good races here.
take
Today
it
should be no
easy.
different.
Just don't go, like, super duper fast, because it feels like these cars especially seem more prone to just smacking in the walls, and their weight just sends me sailing all over the track. Yeah, especially if I had to restart this part a few times, I might... Yeah, this will definitely be a good place to kind of put a pause on things. Easy. The opposite of what you were doing back there, man. Me, man. Is that a superhero yet? Me, man. Just a person who is themselves, their powers being themselves. I'm sure that's probably like a lesson for a kid's story, right? Oh boy. Now they're ahead of me. Hopefully I can catch back up. Hopefully it won't be too much trouble. I gotta play it a bit more fast and loose now. Okay. Back in an okay spot. Oh man. Why am I sweating so much? It's because this Harrison Carter fella's putting up a fight. Oh, I just realized my opponent is Harrison Carter. Finally trying to exact their revenge. Just spent the last 4 seasons training up to be the best racer, and they realize now this is their time for revenge. They will eliminate me first round and show me who is the real racer. At least that's what they think they'll be doing. I'll show them that I still reign supreme. Last quarter of the race, we still got 4 flashbacks, doing remarkably better. I don't even care, I'm still ahead. Yeah, there we go. 1 down, 2 to go. Whew.
That was a determined drive. If this is how bad you want this series from the beginning, then it's yours for the taking.
Yeah, just because Harrison Carter got hands. Sheesh. Imagine the other races will be the same deal. Alright, Bruno, you're next.
Sector 2 is where you really need to push yourself.
Indeed. Pretty sure that's like the spot where I used the most flashbacks, so... Oh my god. Oh, we're off to a good start. Surprise. Radio Man did sarcastically interject with something like that there. I'm actually substantially far ahead of Bruno, so maybe I really can take it easy here. Just again, try not to overextend myself. I only need to win. I don't need to crush them. So if I keep getting into tiny things like that, I'm gonna be completely empty. Now I'm not even out of Sector 1, and I already used like 3 of them. This does not bode too well. Although, unlike Harrison Carter, Bruno Silva is... It's really not putting up that much of a fight, even if I'm taking it a little bit more easy. This guy's not, like, completely nipping at my heels the whole time. Maybe I'll be okay. They're keeping pace. I'll give them that much. It's not managing to close the gap in any meaningful manner. It's like me when I try to face off against higher level opponents. I can just only keep pace. I can never close the gap to first place. Sometimes even second, third, or fourth, depending on how much the world hates me that day. So close to finishing the semis. Guess I just thanked Bruno for not making this one stressful. Even if it just happens to be a breather and the finals opponent is a real nail biter, at least be thankful that this one is a bit of a leisure lap, leisure run. One more.
That was a pretty mind-blowing performance.
Mind-blowing to you, maybe. For me, it was just another day on the track. Alright, this is it. Lorenzo, you're going down, just like the other two.
Sector 1 has given you problems in the past. You need to work on it.
No kidding. I can actually attest to that this time around. Heh. Oops, I accidentally pressed the perspective button. Oh, Lorenzo is also not putting up too much of a fight, so I think they're actually closer to me than Bruno was, but not as close to me as Harrison was, so they're the just right of opponents. Still feels like they're kind of giving me the impression of that they might suddenly rocket ahead, but still feels like with a good enough racing ability, I can still keep ahead of them. Ah, geez, okay. Time for my flashback. That was absolutely necessary. Ah, it was my first one. So I'm doing remarkably better. I feel like next time I race on this section, this guy will be like, Radio Man will be like, ah, you do well here, so expect the results to be the same. You keep being you. Let's go. Man. Final quarter. Gotta continue taking it easy. Don't overextend myself. I'm already winning. Don't need to win harder. Although it is nice to have a little bit more buffer, so if you do have a minor scuffle here and there, it doesn't cost you the race. Whew, there we go, another championship in the bag. I would be surprised if they did not give me another selection of 2 cars after this. That's right, me and the McLaren showed the world, and oh wow, I actually managed to beat my friend here by a whole 3 seconds. This track must be their kryptonite. Or this event might be their kryptonite, who knows. Anyways, this might put us close to 21 million, if not over it. Ah, nope, we're going over. Guess East Championship is gonna give us like 1 million fans, or at least somewhere around that amount.
Keep this going. You're doing exactly what you need to do.
Wow, really? No more new vehicles? Shocked. Oh, alright. We have 7 more of these for this season, and then we'll see what they offer. Let's see what we got up next. A Time Attack series, Eliminator series, and a Race series. Okay, so they're kind of bringing back the other event types that we did not see in the other... No, we did see them in the other season. Just changing the order. Still don't understand why they couldn't wrap things up. But maybe it's just the cars, right? They had so many cars and they had to dole them out at a good enough pace, and like 5 seasons was like where they felt like they could give them a decent enough rate without making it feel overwhelming. Anyways, I think that'll do it here. If this keeps up, I think we'll have season 5 wrapped up by next stream, but of course that will be for next stream. For now, we're gonna be in good standing, and we'll take a break, come back next week, continue our domination through the WSR. Alright, we'll call the stream here. Thank you everyone who came by, who came and watched. Appreciate all of you. Thanks for giving me a shot. And now let's give someone else a shot, shall we? Let's see who's on and available to raid. Oh man, already seen some folks that I probably want to raid, but we'll keep this is out there. Right, because I've done this rating thing for so long now, but man, a lot of these faces, I've run into a lot of familiar faces. Like folks I either raided before, who I've noticed why I'm looking for someone to raid, but wait, oh boy. I wanna everyone off to see, check some other tags. Let's see, this is on here. Yeah, because I got one that may be considering, but let's see who else is doing stuff. A handful of Final Fantasy 14 streams. I know, yeah, that Fan Fest recently where they announced a new expansion. Everything that got people motivated to check out the game again. Or at least get caught up with everything. I think they also expanded their free trial. It's not just Heaven's Sword. Now you can play Heaven's Sword and Stormblood, so it's like changed to that meme now. People have taken in stride, which is pretty amusing. It's pretty amusing. See one person playing Persona 5. Not surprised. The game is long, and depending on how long you make your sessions and how often you do the sessions, you might be at that for a while. I think I mentioned it already. It took me like 100 hours to finish Persona 3. That is really the only Persona game I finished. I didn't finish Persona 4 for another Persona 5. Unfortunately, came in at a bad moment and didn't revisit it. I'll probably revisit Royal, though. I said I would do that, and I have not done that yet. I really should do that sometime. Handful of Pikmin 4. And again, game's only been out for about a week and a half, so maybe it's like 2.5 weeks. Well, anyways, hasn't been out for that long, so people would still be playing it, right? I imagine there would be some kind of marathon it, beat it within a few days, and some who would rather take their time. And you know what? They're both valid strategies. this? No refresh. Let's see. Oh, now that I think. Oh, wait. Okay. Now. Yeah, I've definitely rated this person somewhere recently, and then maybe I'll try to get someone else champ and game they're playing. It's not someone I see often. That's usually my criteria. It's just like, hey, is this person playing a game I don't normally see like a whole lot? Then yeah, I'll probably toss them a raid. Give them my whole 1 to 2 people. Sometimes I try to spot someone maybe I haven't. But like most of those are doing like your usual selection of Valorant / Apex / League / Genshin / Honkai. I'll do it occasionally, but try to showcase someone who's streaming something unique, right? Not that there's anything wrong with doing stuff like that. It's just how I roll. Alright. Well, I think I have decided on someone. Let's see if their raids are open. Man, I notice I have 97 followers, so close to 100, that magic number. Fortunately, don't mean much. Final criteria for getting affiliate, actually viewer average, and I'm like, I'm not even touching that number. I'm not even close to it, so we got a long way to climb for that. Oh, cool! I went through. All right. Barry Clary is playing Pikmin 4. So yeah, you know what that is. It'll be a fun time, good relaxing time after all this racing. You can kick back and relax with some exploring of as like little people. Right? It's always been an appeal of Pikmin, commanding your army of plant beings to collect all this stuff that's like many times your size. That would be like tiny for the human people, but for them it's like some mystical artifact. Alright. Guess if you're joining them on the raid, give them like a WSR Season 4 Champions raid. Yeah. If you're joining on the raid, give them that. And if not, have a good rest of your week. I'll be back on Friday. We're going to do Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, as we're finally going to try to get on that schedule, because Rift Apart is working now. Don't have to emergency switch it for Sunset Overdrive like I did last week. Alright, we'll see you then.